What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're going to talk a little bit about Mono Green. I know it's a thing that some of you really loved when he had it on here before, and with the recent success of the tournaments over the last couple of weekends, people have been pretty excited about it. But I thought about what if we take it a different direction and we just go really big green and see what we can do. So we're going to take a different look at a different style of deck. No idea if it's going to be any good, but let's go take a look at it. All right, now here we're going to start out with just our typical one drops in here. So we're going to be playing our Boreal Grazer and Gilded Goose. This is to allow us to get some early mutations onto these creatures. Now we'll see if it works out that way or not. We did play these a lot in our different mutate decks, so it should work, but we'll see. Playing 4 Paradise Druids because, again, if you can mutate onto this, not too bad. We've got 4 Gem Razor, 3 Migratory Greathorn, 2 Questing Beasts. Arguably, this could be an extra Greathorn and something. We'll see. We're playing 1 Vivian Arkbow Ranger, just as something a little extra to give you an out, give you some trample. It does a few different things for this deck, kind of in the later stages. We have an Auspicious Sterix. Obviously, this card's good. If you played any other mutate decks that we've had on the channel, you'll know like this card's very good for what it's trying to do. Gattertell. We're playing 2 of these just as, a finisher, or if it just comes into play from a Sterix, you can double everything and just try to win on that turn. We're playing Nissa, Who Shakes the World. This card's kind of got pushed by the wayside a little bit. The way Standard sort of changed, this was the card that was dominating and nobody played it anymore. So now we're going to give it a look and see if maybe it can do a little something extra for us right now. They're going to play Vivian Monsters Advocate. Any of you that follow me on Twitch or here on YouTube know that I am a big fan of this card. Super excited by it. Even more so if we can get extra mana from either Nissa or the Castle Garenbriggs and can play the stuff off the top of the library. So this is going to be doing a few things for us. Then, of course, we have Enraze Forerunners, 2 copies, because if you're going to have all that mana, you might as well have a thing to do with it and try to overrun the opponent. Here we're just playing 3 Castle Garenbrig, 21 Forest, nice and easy. It's possible that we could run one of the districts in here to just have an extra mana creature, an extra creature to attack with post board sweepers. But like usual, this would be something we'll talk about at the end of the video after seeing how this plays out for us. If you need a sideboard, we're going to be playing best of 1 here. We may play this later in the week like we did this past week in our best of 3 games. We'll see. But sideboard, you got 3 Soul Guide Lantern, 2 Gift of Strength, 3 Rabid Bite, 4 Return to Nature, 2 Ritual of Soot, or actually, why'd I say Ritual of Soot? That's a black card. Root Snare. I guess because they both had something, and they don't even connect. God, that's terrible. 2 Root Snare, and there's the last Migratory Greathorn hiding out. Okay, let's get in there and play some Magic and see how we do. Killa R. Keller. Okay, so that's Killer Keller. Got it. I thought he was making a weird R. Kelly reference. I was like, dude, that is not a thing you want to do. We'll keep this. It's not super exciting, but even if we don't draw any land, we can just play a Questing Beast, and that's fine. If we draw a land, then there's a chance if we go land, we could Questing Beast, reload one of the Goose, and then the next turn play a Nissa. So that's not so bad. Though I have to admit, this is the type of deck that could hold up against some of the big decks of the format right now, and may just get blown up by a bunch of random things. Right now, cards like Heartless Act and stuff aren't being played real heavily, but they could be really good against this deck. So it's something we have to keep our eyes on. Or we just have an opponent that's not going to do anything, and that's okay too. I guess while we have a point or moment, you can look at my sponsor up top, Cardsphere.com. Give them a look. Great way to find cards at the price you want and sell yours at the price you want. And they take out all the effort of you even finding the buyer or the buyers finding you. And they only have a 1% transaction fee, which is awesome. Okay, so we did not actually, in fact, get a land. So we're just going to pass. Though truthfully, seeing as the opponent's not doing anything, I think if we get a land, we just go straight to Nissa here. They're obviously not going to counter it. It's so silly. I want to auto pay so I don't have to do this. Alright. We'll untap a forest. Attack. Yeah, next turn's going to be big if they don't do something about the Nissa here. Because we can tap 2, Questing Beast, untap a land. That's 10. Okay, there's an Uro, but I'm not really worried about that. If we get a land, this is all super bonkers. Alright, we didn't, in fact, did not get a land. And we will attack. I think we have to be careful, because I don't know what the opponent can do here. It's very possible they are playing sweepers, since they dropped that Uro on us. Turning that into a land might have been bad this turn, actually. We might get got here, but let's see. Oh, then we're probably good. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for us to lose here, I think. I mean, I guess they could have a petty theft from the Brazen Bar. Yeah, I was going to say, I couldn't think of anything else that was going to matter there. Alright, it's amazing how many names I see where people use, like, all capital letters. I wonder what that's about. I feel like I missed the boat on that one. Like I did something wrong when building my account. Alright, so we're going to go Goose again. And then I guess we'll go Paradise Druid into Nissa one more time. Oh, look at me. Unless we have something die. Playing Mardu colors, there's a lot of things that kill things in red, white, and black. Oh, so they're playing a Nissa, or a Wind deck is what's going on here, y'all. In case you're not aware, that is definitely a thing that people still do. So our best plan here really is to just try to set up some defenses to minimize how much this can hurt. Though this Nissa kind of helps, because we need what, 6 mana? So we can go 2, 4, that's 5. Well, that would give us, actually if we tap that, that gives us 6. Okay, never mind then. Look how silly I was and almost missed the boat. I mean, yeah, I could have put it on the Paradise Druid, but we'll see what type of removal cards they're even playing. Pretty sure their goal is just going to be to play Winota next turn, but I'm not sure how much it even matters for them at this point. I'm going to attack with all this. Yeah, I mean, they raised the alarm, like, so what? Block. I was expecting to lose a creature. Do we even want to play a Gilded Goose? I mean, they attack. They can come after Nissa, but like, yeah, it's like it doesn't do anything. all we've really seen so far is if we get mana creatures and Nissa early, we win. But, like, this I think we have to mulligan, because it doesn't really... Well, I say that. Playing against Yorion, though. Nah, I think we want to take a mulligan. Yeah, that's probably going to be better for us. Let's go ahead and scrap a Ronus. Though I don't mind the fact that Ronus could come back after they sweep the board, honestly. I'll play that on 2, that on 3, maybe. Sterix on 4, get 2 things. But then we might get the board swept. I guess we're going to gamble. We have to risk it for the biscuit. Truthfully, I was kind of hoping to pick up a 1-drop there. That would have been great. Turn 1 creature, turn 2 Great Horn would have been real nice. Alright, so they're playing Yorion, but not a traditional set. Black, white, green, red, no blue? And see, this is the big difference, right? Where a 1-mana thing would have made a big, big difference for us. And we didn't have it, so we're paying the price now. Oh, so they're just playing like a super deck. Ugh. Yeah, we're not going to beat that with this draw. There's a bunch of things they could play here that this would just be bad for us with this hand. I mean, like, Doom Foretold would also be just real bad. Okay, another globe. Sure. The opponent's being very deliberate here. Kind of curious what kind of decisions they're having to make. Yeah, sorry, it's a little. The videos have been a little choppy lately. I've been having some issues with Arena. I don't know if it's just something on my machine or not, so I'm gonna have to look at some stuff here and then solve that as best we can. All right, I'm gonna do this. Pretty sure it's just gonna end up with our board getting swept, but not a lot we can do about it. Maybe we'll land a Planeswalker here. That would be nice. It was not. It was kind of a worst-case scenario. So, not cool.
Time to ebb from battle.
Alright, well, unfortunately we lost the pigs. That's not what we wanted. Another globe. Okay. Well, I guess... Well, that's the next best thing, I suppose. Alright, we got some triggers coming. Well, unfortunately, those don't do much. Yeah, well, the opponent already knows we have it, so holding it doesn't do anything. Alright, well, this is probably where we get wrecked. Super sad, but sometimes you just know it. Oh, they didn't have it! They didn't have it! Oh, that's too good. We got super lucky. Alright, so with that last one, I guess we got a little lucky, because we didn't have the early start at all, and the 1-mana creature we had, we lost, but somehow still won. I'm not really sure what was going on there. I think my last opponent's deck was just not very good. No insult to the opponent. I mean, they may be also testing decks. I just think it's possible that... whatever it is they were trying to do, they obviously weren't able to. Alright, I guess we'll get to see if they also want to just get rid of a Paradise Druid early. Which is a very possible thing. But what do I know? Okay, there's an Aggro. Alright, we'll at least get one use of this Paradise Druid. Now, the good news about all this is usually if you get to do this and the Paradise Druid lives, you end up with enough mana to almost always be able to use Castle Garenbrig on like a Sterix if you draw one. I'm not going to attack here, actually. I'm going to wait. Because we could get lucky and draw something else to mutate. Otherwise, we'll just be questing beasting, I think. And then if we're lucky the next turn, maybe we'll put the big pigs out there. Though I can't imagine the opponent not having a spell counter here. So that at least protects us if it's just a quench, but it's probably like a mystical dispute. Though this protects us too. I mean, we could pay for it if we're willing to tap the Paradise Druid Migratory Greathorn Mutate stack. Okay, well they just straight up had a neutralize. So that's no good. At least not for us. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll put that into play. And then we'll just attack with this. And see what the opponent does. Don't have anything in the yard, so Burrow's not a big deal. Okay, now we might have a little bit of an opening. Can we go big pigs here? Because we can use this mana. Because we need 8. So I get, yeah. Alright. Alright, opponent's at 4. They kind of have to sweep the board now. Yeah, they're highlighting the pigs and going like, how do we die to that thing? I mean, if they kill the pigs, though, we only have 3 on board, so we don't kill the opponent yet. We'd have to find a mutate card or a questing beast or something. Or the Vivian that puts counters. I mean, we have things, but we can't do it with what's just on the table. Oh, they're dead. It's kind of my problem with some of these control decks. Like, you spend so much time just drawing cards and doing other things, but you're not really progressing. Okay, this is much worse than we've had, so we're definitely going to mulligan this. This is much better than we just had, so we're definitely going to keep this. Interesting, though, in this hand, unless your opponent's playing something like, I don't know, like Deadweight or Shock, keeping the Goose is probably better here, and scrapping the Paradise Druid, which sounds a little crazy. I think we're going to do it, though. I think we're going to do it. Let's keep it. And when you're talking game ones against unknown opponents, like, they don't really know what you're doing, so sometimes they don't target the Goose. Oh, there we get a free pass. That's nice. Ooh, there's a Vivian that might be nice later. Go get a land. We're going to go get us a forest. Alright, so now we can use a Gem Razor, get an additional land, set ourselves up for Vivian, assuming this lives, which wouldn't be bad. Interesting. So, let's play this game. If the opponent has Teferi next turn, then we'll get to Vivian, make a token. That'd be the best scenario we can get out of that. Wouldn't hate it. If they don't have Teferi, then this is all super awesome bonus action. I mean, if they just have an Uro, then like we're in even better shape. Looks like they got stuck on lands. Oh wow, wow, yep.
You want to fight me?
I guess we'll just give it trample at this stage. Normally you want reach though against blue decks or slower decks. Yeah, they're just digging. Okay, they did find some. Might be too late though. Well, we can't steal that land from on top of the deck, unfortunately. So we could play Sterix for 5, go get Questing Beasts and attack for 11? That seems greedy. I don't think this... Well, yeah, I was about to say, I was just going to go get another land. 2 lands, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Opponent had some bad mana draws there. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know if it's good. Having double Sterix is probably bad in your opener, but we're going to keep. We're going to be a glutton for punishment. Probably bad, too, because they're likely playing a green deck. Or they're just giving us the swerve, and they just really like the new Vivian art. I like Vivian art, too, so I can't say anything. Vivian's quickly becoming one of my favorite Planeswalkers. And I don't know if it's maybe, like, because she's a darker complected woman that you don't see a lot of in Magic. If it's just, like, I like her cards and the creature abilities attached to them. You know, that's all cool. Alright, well. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we can do. This will keep, and this looks like more like a normal hand. Like, this is probably, like, the best non-greedy hand you want to keep with this deck. Oh, unfortunately, we need a 1-mana thing against this list. Yeah, if you don't get a 1-mana thing against the sacrifice decks, you could be in a lot of trouble real fast. Yeah, because the worst part is you're not even really incentivized to equip, mutate up. You know, just have them steal a thing. But we'll see what happens here. It's kind of a delicate balance, too. Okay, now that we have Mayhem Devil, this gets a little tricky because we don't want to get into a situation where we're going to put the Paradise Druid at risk. Because here, if we were to play the Questing Beast, then the opponent gets to just kill our Paradise Druid, and that's not good. I mean, I guess we do this, then we can at least play Vivian next turn and give us some creatures to sacrifice. In case they find a way to kill our stuff. We're just going to pass. And even in saying that, you know, realizing it's very possible we even just do, like, some type of Questing Beast, Arboreal Grazer, something, you know, maybe. Who knows? But we'll see. We've got a long way to go in this game. Trillicrum? Sure. Good news is, our creature stack here is basically going to be playing the role of a wall against Mayhem Devil, so that's pretty good. So even if we played a Sterix this turn, that wouldn't be the craziest thing, in all reality. Because we could play Vivian. Though I kind of like going Arboreal Grazer, Mayhem Devil, then either Vivian or Sterix next turn, so let's do that. I don't think they would give up their Mayhem Devil here. Because they could just sacrifice 1, 2. They could kill that off. But if they do lose the Mayhem Devil, like how much do we care at this point? I don't really know. For sure we're going to do this. Though I kind of feel like if they don't kill... Yeah, I'm going to do this anyway. Because if they leave us the Questing Beast, we don't really care greatly either. Like, it's actually okay for us. Because we have more than enough mana going into next turn to get the plays that we want. So not really worried about that. We were only going to play one of these 2 remaining cards in our hand. Granted, yes, we don't get an additional trigger from the mutate. Like, we're aware of that. But that's not world-ending in any way, shape, or form for us. This also tells us they want to hold on to the Mayhem Devil. So that's good. So they've told us more of what we want to know at this point. Alright, so the next turn we're going to try to Asterix. See what we get off of our 2 things. Well, that is a little annoying, because now they have something else they can block stuff with and sacrifice without possibly losing it. This is going to be a real close finish here. Though I feel good that we're doing this without having a 1-mana creature, though. So this has turned out pretty well for us. I'm not going to lie, part of me really wants to play Vivian next turn. Oh, okay, hold on. That changes things. Alright, so if we Vivian for 5, we'll have 1 mana still. Or we'll have 2, we can untap 1, have 4, 5, and then play Vivian. Oh man, alright. Well, this changes everything. So this is no good to attack with that. And we'll give it trample.
I love making new friends.
Assuming they'll sacrifice, deal a damage to Questing Beast, block with the Bronodon. Yep, all checks out. Alright, I feel pretty good right now. We're in pretty good shape. Because they still aren't incentivized to attack with their Mayhem Devil. We still have plenty of life here. Next turn we'll be attacking with a lot, plus we could put Sterix on something and maybe get some... Actually, we can get another Questing Beast. Because we can minus the Vivian, play Sterix. Alright, you're going to claim, attack, something. Alright, so you just want Vivian dead. So what's the plan here? You want to sack, and kill off Nissa? Okay. I'm willing to do that. Because that likely means there's little to no creatures left on your side, so okay.
Try that again. I dare you.
So this means they're more afraid of Vivian than Nissa. That's very interesting to know. It also means Vivian served a very good shield for us, honestly. Don't hate that.
Time to lick my wounds.
Alright, Bronodon, sure. I agree to these terms. Who do we want to Asterix up? I don't want to do that. 2, 4, 6. On to... Yeah, we just put on the Great Horn at this point. Have it. We're going to go big or go home. Let's hit something. Oh, we got the pigs, y'all. We got the pigs. Oh. This is it.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I mean, they can block the land. That's fine. You can block the 3/3. All right, they're at 1. All right, are we dead? You got a lot of triggers. You can get cat, hit us for 2. You can sack cat, hit us for 2. You can sack food, hit us for 2. That's 6. Yeah, don't think you're gonna be able to do it, opponent. Even if they made 2 blockers, we have 5 attackers and they're at 1. And the Nissa one would be 6 attackers. Yep. That's definitely a thing. You can get 2 more. Sack, get 2 more. Oh, we're gonna end up at 2 life? Or is that gonna be exact Xyz to kill us? Oh, because when they get the cat back. Oh, yeah, we're dead now. Nice, good job, opponent. They found the extra land they needed. Yep, we're dead. Just barely, too. Thanks to that second Mayhem Devil. Yep, and now they can sack a cat. Ah, we ended up just too slow. Not having that turn 1 mana creature, like I said, came back to get us. It's funny. What's funny is in that last game, we almost would have been better off finding a Ronus. Doubling up all the attacks, like that would have been pretty good. We'll keep this. Can't ask for too much more without just being super greedy. Alright, well, usually opponents starting out with red-white lands is not a thing we're happy about. But we shall see. Don't know what they're really doing at this stage. This deck's kind of interesting, though. I actually think I enjoy the... Oh, that's not good. Oh, you're late to the party there, Goose. I think I like this more than the other giant growth green decks that are running around, weirdly. But, you know, could just be recency bias. Totally willing to admit that. Alright, so we'll do this. This next turn might hurt a little bit. But if we get a land, we're set up to play like Vivian and Goose and make a token, and then maybe we can just get and raise Forerunners in a couple of turns. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Oh, whoa, 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 cancel that. We can't use that mana to play a Vivian. We can only use it to play creatures or activations of creatures. So we have access to 7 mana. Definitely not the turn to play God Eternal Ronish yet. Don't want to do that. So we really want to get into a situation. Maybe we do just play Vivian here.
That's precious. Diversity is our greatest strength.
I mean, it's possible they just kill our beast and then send everything into Vivian, which wouldn't be fun for us, but, you know, that's the way it ends up. That's the way it ends up. Oh, alright. They figured they couldn't get past it. Man, that's a shame. We were set up to do some cool stuff. Well, that was interesting. I don't think I would actually change much about this deck, believe it or not. I think it's pretty close to what we want. I mean, there's an argument to be made that maybe you want 4 Nissas instead of 3, because Nissa was very good for this deck. But at the same time, if you draw Nissa into Nissa, that's not great. Like, you end up just losing one to get an extra attacker. Every once in a while, that's fine, but that's not really what you're looking for. It held up against a variety of decks, which is very cool. We did have a couple of opponents concede real quick, so don't really know how those would have turned out, though our hands were actually pretty good in those games anyway. And we actually managed to hold up pretty well against the sacrifice deck. I mean, we were really one of several different cards that would have changed the outcome of that deck. I mean, if we'd have got a Gem Razor and got rid of the oven, or if we'd have hit, you know, another big creature, if we'd have been able to Sterix the turn before, or if we'd even got a turn 1 mana creature of some kind, like, that would have been a big deal in that matchup. So it does have game against everything, which is nice. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't change much. It was a fun deck. It's a fast deck, surprisingly. It has a bunch of high cost things, but the games play very quickly. So yeah, give this one a look. It's pretty wild. And I want to say, as usual, if you haven't, please remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. And again, I want to say thank you. We're coming up on, I think we're over 1,700, actually, as the time of me filming this, subscribers. We're getting very close to 2,000. We're going to have that giveaway video coming up soon. So lots of things are happening, and I want to say thank you to everybody, because y'all have really helped me get here and be part of this whole thing, and that's fantastic. As usual, if you want to catch me streaming on Twitch, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 9 p.m. to midnight Pacific time. And, you know, we do lots of giveaways over there too, and we play lots of ladder matches. So if you want to see that, come over and check me out. But that's all I have for you today. We will see you next time.